All right, cool. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how jobs aren't hiring anymore. How finding a job is hell, and cost of living is just outrageous and out of order. It's just out of order, bro. Cost of living is just out of order. Finding a job struggling. Finding a job is just hard and struggle, and they're just not hiring either. Like they act like they're hiring. It'll be on Indeed. It'll be on Jobs Total. Whatever you guys look at, you'll do. You'll apply. Let's say you'll apply for 10 a day. You don't hear back from none of them. Zero. And if you do, it's going to be a thank you for your application, but where we don't need you, we don't need it right now, or something like that, something along the lines. And why is it like that? I wonder why. Me personally, I just wonder why, because I remember when I didn't have a job and I was struggling to find one for months on end, and I'm like, why is it so hard to find a job? I'm 21 years old. I got a little bit of experience, but for the most part, like whatever I work at, I can be good at because I'm young and I got time to learn. Why don't jobs take me on? And it's like why? I wonder why they're not hiring. You can have all the experience in the world and they might not hire you. You could go from you go to university. You can have all of everything you need and they won't hire you because you don't have experience now. Or even if you do have experience, they still might not hire you anyway. You get what I'm saying? There's people who's living in cars now. There's people who's living in the streets. There's people who's living in like low income housing. There's people who's living in HMOs. That's why HMOs are so big now. That's why I'm getting into HMOs myself because they're so big now. Why are HMOs so big now? Because for the most part, people can't afford a full house anymore on their own. People can't do it. Do you get what I'm saying? They're struggling. It's hard for them. They can't do it. So they'd rather go to a HMO. Why? Because you're paying 500 a month, 600 a month for a nice bedroom. Let's do that instead. Let's do that instead of paying 1,400 for a home, which I can't afford. I'd rather pay £500. I'm all right now. But it goes back to the point of jobs aren't hiring, which is why HMOs are so big, which is why housing associations and stuff like that are becoming so huge in the world right now. Bills are outrageous. Do you get what I'm saying? They're literally outrageous. So where do we go from here? Pretty much is what I'm trying to explain to you guys right now. What are we doing? Where do we go from here? How do you find a job if you are struggling to find one? Jobs are not hiring anyone. Cost of living keeps rising. It keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And where shall we move from here? What's the next what's the next best move basically? I'm here to tell you guys what's the next best move. To be honest, you don't really have one, bro. You're gonna have to get in a warehouse job. You're gonna have to find because warehouse jobs are easy to get into, and I'm into warehouse jobs. I work at a warehouse job myself personally right now. I work at a warehouse job. It was pretty easy to get into, by the way. You don't really need much. You don't need any GCSEs. You don't really need experience. All you need to do really is take a piss test and maybe like do a test that they make you do. It can be a physical test or a board test. I don't know, whatever. But it's something easy you guys can get into. And there's always spaces in warehouse jobs. There's always a way for you guys to get into a warehouse job. You might gotta know someone to know someone, or even you can just go on the internet, just go apply for a warehouse job. Most likely you're gonna be able to get that. I know a lot of people don't like warehouse jobs. A lot of people don't like factory jobs. Don't like the way it sounds. Trust me, it's not fun. But at the same time, if jobs aren't hiring, if you've got a GCSE, if you've got university grades and all that type of stuff, but jobs aren't hiring, what else can you do? The world is tough right now. Hell, it's hell. Cost of living's rising and rising and rising. Your mum doesn't want you in the crib anymore. What's to do? What can you do next? That's all you can do. Literally all you can do. It is, bro. Like, that's why a lot of people feel stuck in their 9 to 5 now. Me personally, that's why I feel stuck where I work at right now. It's because of this exact same reason. At least I'm blessed enough to have a job. 100%. I'm grateful for that. But that's why I feel stuck because I know how hard the job is to find. So let's say, if I lost my job tomorrow, I might be jobless for the next 6 months to a year. Easy. That's easy. Like, that is literally easy. And people be like, then why don't you apply for 100 jobs a day? Okay, cool. I'll apply for 100 jobs a day. Cool. I'm still getting nowhere. I still don't have a job. 6 months from now, I still don't have a job. 12 months from now, I still don't have a job. And I feel you guys' pain, but bro, you can't sit here. You can't be just depressed, sad, and all upset. You can't be in your mom's house thinking, okay, it's all over. You can't. Pick up the phone, start YouTube. Pick up something, start a hustle. If you've got a car, go do some Uber Eats. Go do some Uber. Go drop off some packages. There's always a way. And like, bro, you can't give up. If you're young, like me, you've got time to figure it out. But remember, time don't last forever. Like, time, it's not gonna, like, time don't wait for no one. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say. We're all just getting older. I remember when I was 18, now I'm 21. We're all getting older. Time don't wait for no one. Success is it's reachable, it's obtainable for everyone. It's right here. Literally, it's right here. Your arms might not be long enough to catch it, but it's right here. All you need to do is take a few steps forward, and you can grab that success. To take them steps forward is to find a job. I know it's tough, but you're gonna have to get one. If you don't have one, you're gonna have to get one. I know they're not hiring. I know the struggle. I know the pain, bro. Believe me, bro. But at the same time, like I said, there's ways to go about it for you guys to do other things. You don't have to be stuck in your 9-to-5 job. I know rent is expensive, so you might have to live in your car for a little bit. I know rent is expensive, so you might have to go live with a friend for a little bit. I know you might have to go stay in a HMO for a little bit. I know you might have to live with strangers and immigrants for a little bit. But that's just how it is. Stay down until you come up. Always. Don't ever forget that. Stay down until you come up. Like I said, social media is the way. Start side hustles. If jobs aren't hiring you, start side hustles. And I don't mean do 5-6 different things at once. Do 2 things. Do Uber Eats. Get you a little bike. Do Uber Eats. And also on the side of doing Uber Eats, go and drop off some packages. Or go and, just, like I said, warehouse jobs is easy to get into. That's why it's such a big thing. And that's why I tell you guys and I make videos on it, because I do it. I don't want to do it forever. I'm 21 years old and I hate my job, but I'm blessed enough to have a job and it pays me quite well. So I'm going to try and hold on to that, which is exactly what they want you to do. They want you to hold on to the job because they know you ain't got nowhere else to go. They know it's struggle. And I was referred to be on his channel, actually. Somebody said, I suggest you become a trucker or something like that instead. You get left alone, etc., etc. 100%. But trucking, you can be doing that all day. You might never see your family. You could be doing that for days on end. Trucking's not for everyone. Who wants to drive around in a big ass truck? But at the same time, is who wants to go and do the same thing every single day in a warehouse? Who wants to slave away for somebody? Nobody wants to slave away for nobody. Everybody wants to work for themselves, which is obvious. I do too. And I know it's tough, but you gotta get through it, man. I can't lie to you, bro. So the title of this video is Jobs Aren't Hiring Anymore. Finding a job is hell. Cost of living is high. People would rather just sit in their house and do nothing all day. And it's like, you can do that, or you can get up and prove some shit wrong. You can get up and work hard. You can get up and go find your factory job. You can get up and go do 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 interviews a day. Fuck that. Why the hell would you want to be sat there doing nothing all day crying and being sorry for yourself? If they aren't hiring, make them hire you. That's how I look at it, bro. If they ain't hiring, make them. Because you're gonna send them a CV every single week. The same people too. Every single week you're gonna send them that CV, bro. Why? Because people like consistency. People like people who put effort in. People don't like people who can just. Because the world is such an easy place right now to where people have in their head that they can just, okay, cool, let me just do half a job. Let me do a quarter of it. Let me just send it. Let me do this CV real quick. Take 10 minutes doing it. Let me just send it off. Let me not even fill in. Because usually when you fill in for a job application, you send your CV and then you also send in like a little introduction to who you are. Let me just send this CV and not fill in this introduction. That's why you are where you are. That's where you stuck where you at. You're supposed to put full effort, 100% into everything you can. I remember life's hard, bro. Like, bro, I was sat in my bed struggling. And all of a sudden I'm up and I'm motivated. Sometimes motivation, like, is bad for you. Sometimes you've got to be disciplined. Sometimes discipline's what you've got to rely on. And that's what I'm trying to teach myself as I'm trying to explain to you guys this right now. That's what I'm trying to explain to myself. Discipline is what you need to focus on. Your discipline. You know what I'm saying? Forget everything else right now. Work on your discipline. Because your discipline is going to get you your job. Your discipline is going to get you out of living in your car, out of living with your mom, out of living with your discipline. Discipline is going to be the way how you get successful. Why? Because discipline, like I said, you're going to fill in that introduction form instead of just sending your CV without the introduction. You're going to not skip the little things that you need to skip. That you will not need to. You're going to not skip the things that you think, okay, I don't need to do this part. I'll just do half the job and I'll go back and play the game for a little bit. Fuck COD right now. If you ain't got no job and you telling me jobs aren't hiring, bro, why are you playing Call of Duty? I would tell you guys, if you guys spent the whole day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. fully searching for jobs, fully filling in CVs, fully sending them over, fully emailing companies, fully trying to get into a warehouse job, texting your friends, can you get me where you work at? If you did that from 9 to 6, play the game for the rest of the night. Because you can't punish yourself. If you're struggling, you can't punish yourself because you're gonna kill you. You're gonna end up doing something you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice to you guys who are struggling with a job. I've been there, I've done that. Jobs aren't hiring anymore. Finding the job's hell. I've had lots of people tell me that. I know. But guys, there's ways to push through that. Trust me, my brother. There's ways to push through that. Work on your discipline first. Work on your discipline first, so you don't skip. You don't do half a job. You don't do a quarter of the job. Because that's what a lot of people our age do now. We think we can just half-arse something and it's going to be good and we're going to be able to be successful. We think that somebody who spent 10 years on their business and is now successful, they owe us to teach us in 2 months. It's not gonna work. It's gonna still take you a few years, and you still might not get to where they at, but you'll be able to get out of that slum that you are right now. The reason why I'm making this video as well is because I was on YouTube, I was scrolling, and I saw a video. I'm living in my car, I can't find a job, and it's like I 100% feel sorrow for him. It's like I want people like that to watch this video. Yeah, I'm 21. Yeah, I'm not rich yet. Yes. But I can give you guys still some advice. I can still give game. I can still give that. Because I've been in that situation for one, not finding a job and struggling. Never been struggling enough to be able to have to live in my car. Never done that, ever. You know what I'm saying? But I can be that guide. Sometimes people just need that push. It doesn't matter who it comes from. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It doesn't matter if these guys talking absolute shit or not. Sometimes people just need that reminder. Sometimes people just need that push. And remember, what I learned also is, if it comes from a stranger, most of the time, it means more than it coming from somebody else. What the fuck does a stranger care about you like that, bro? I don't know you. Remember, your mom lives with you every day. She's going to say, son, it's okay, play the game today. I know that you're stressed out. Get some stress out. Go smoke some weed. I ain't going to tell you to do that because I don't know you. I'm just going to tell you, like, yo, you're a bitch. Sometimes people need to hear that. Sometimes people need to hear from the outside looking in instead of the inside looking out. I don't make sense, but sometimes people need to look. Sometimes people need advice from somebody looking from the outside looking in. That's how I feel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below. Catch you guys in the next video. We out. Peace.